What was kind of going on with the defense in this one?
Yeah, a big lack of physicality. They were just living in the paint. A lot of it was our turnovers led to that, but then after that, if the first line was breaking down way too easily, we would get screened, we'd get cracked, no fight on the screen, and then they would just go right by us, go right downhill, and there's no second layer of help or third layer of help.
Was there a focus on Jacob Topping going into the second half? He had 24 going into the second half, and he didn't score in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, there was a focus about midway through the second quarter when he started 7 for 7. He was able to get whatever he wanted. A lot of those were on runouts. He had some good plays in the half court too, but there was a focus overall on the defense.
I wanted to ask about Miles. I think he played the entire fourth quarter, or at least most of it. I felt like he provided a bit of energy or spark, even maybe because just the way the game was. But did you see anything from him that felt like could be a bit of a building block for him with this team?
Yeah, Miles plays with energy all the time. We put him in midway through the third to kind of inject some energy into the team, and he's going to do that no matter what. He'll pick up full court. He'll dive for loose balls. He'll jump over the 3 rows of chairs to try and save one. Like, you're never going to question Miles' energy. He plays the right way, and you just wish you had a team full of guys that played that way.
Can you just speak on Javon's consistency, leaving, being with the big club, coming back, picking up right where he left off? Just speak to Javon.
Yeah, Javon was amazing tonight. He was in a tough situation, to be honest. With the Raps didn't want him playing too much. They had a minute cap for him and Mo, and it was supposed to be the same with JR. And then last minute, Jamas got pulled, and Vaughn was still playing. And I think a lot of people could have taken that the wrong way and kind of mailed it in. And he played his butt off. He played super hard. It's a shame that he couldn't get more minutes, but no, he was offense and defense. He was the only one keeping us in it for a while.
First half, and then you come out, and I think you had 12 in the first 5 minutes of the third. Is there just a focus at halftime, like a change of game plan, or kind of what went into that?
Probably wasn't no game plan. I probably played more aggressive, and shots just went in for me.
Yeah. Javon, how has that adjustment been for you? Obviously, you're spending a lot of time with this team. The shot diet, the volume, all that's so different. Going up to the big club, you already talked about having to adjust, knowing it's going to be a different style. But then just coming back here all of a sudden and then just getting thrust into the game and having the game that you did. What has that adjustment of up and down been like for you?
I mean, it's been real good. Like I've been saying, it's kind of hard to adjust, but at the same time, if this is what you love to do, things gonna get in your way that you got to do that you're not comfortable with. So it's good to be uncomfortable with some stuff you're not comfortable with doing. So. And
something I noticed in this game that I feel like is a development for you is like there's a bit more off the dribble stuff, especially on threes, that maybe I wasn't there at the start of the season. Is that something you worked on specifically to kind of grow at in terms of like a step back three that you added today?
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely getting up a lot of more reps on my shot, off ball, on ball. You really can't get too tired of shooting, so it's the reps.
Is it hard to do all this in like a minutes cap?
Like I said, not really, but I mean, shots are just falling for me, getting good looks. So.
Just spoke to Coach about how you just picked up where you left off. How do you just stay so consistent, depending on, or regardless of the situation you're in?
Just the work I put in. I feel like putting in so much work over the years of playing this game. I feel like my focus and mindset gonna stay the same no matter where I'm playing at. So.
I feel like everybody talks about you on offense, but on defense as well. Like a great point of attack defender. Is that something like you take pride in and what you really want to do?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at the big team, that's probably what I'm going to be doing mostly. So I'm really dialing in to my defense.
Cool. Speaking of the big team, like, what's the conversation been like with them in terms of like you getting on the floor and like your opportunities or your role and like what they want to see in terms of like building out that role there?
Just take advantage of my opportunities that I get out there on the floor. Like I said, dialing into defense, knowing all the coverages, and just probably stopping my man.
Cool. You and Winslow have somewhat similar games. Have you guys bounced each other off, like ideas, or have you taught him a couple things? Has he taught you anything?
Not that I know of. I mean, we're both from the same city, so we have that, type of grit, toughness. Yeah, pretty much that.
Kevin, I feel like we tend to ask like the guys who are going up and down like what the adjustment period is like in terms of like because movements, but for someone who's been here consistently and has that role, what's that been like playing with guys or like a team that's always shifting around, and like a JFL coming up, going down, and things like that? Like in terms of your role, how does that feel?
Just got to stay ready. You have to have a lot of like mental toughness, you know, because prior to what was it before the break, Christmas break, I was playing a lot of minutes and you know, doing pretty well. And then you come back and you have all these other people on standard contracts, so playing time will kind of be all over the place. So it was an adjustment. I mean, this is my first year being a pro, so it kind of hit me different. But you know, just trying to be consistent. You know, be a cheerleader for my team and, you know, live with the results.
What would you say is the biggest thing you've learned here as your first year as a pro?
It's a business, you know, it's very cutthroat. Just stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I mean, it's not personal, just business.
And coming down the stretch, what's kind of been your message towards each other and just keeping your hands in it?
Just finish off strong. Now we got, 3 games left, and you tend to not, as humans, you don't miss something until it's gone. So I know everybody, their minds might be, okay, off season and this, that, and the third, but, you know, you don't realize who you have in front of you until you actually don't have it anymore. So just to appreciate the game.
Is there any of you that feels like even just these 3 games can still be an opportunity to like kind of say something or prove something down the stretch here?
It can. I have to start for me continue to voice that, even for myself. You know, as humans, it's easy just to check out. You know, you ain't played as much, and you know, let me just live with the results and you know see what happens in the off season. But I mean, they're always watching, so just to stay ready. The little things, and you never know what can happen. So just to stay ready.
And is that something you keep in the back of your mind all the time?
I try to. Sometimes. You know, you got better days than other, and it could just be all over the place, and you just want to be like, bump this. But, you know, God has a plan for you, so you just have to stay ready and, you know, live with that.